Hello there guys, it's CoolFox over here, and today I'm bringing an unboxing and review of the Hott Shower Speaker. So starting off with the unboxing, on the top you have the logo itself, and basically on all of the other sides it's blank apart from on the back, where you will find the model number, which is HS07, and you also get a few specifications such as the output power, which is of 3 watts, that it can support a TF card as well, and also a minimum volume play time of around 3 to 4 hours, which isn't very long, but keeping in mind the size of the speaker, it's quite acceptable. Inside you'll find a 2-year warranty extender card, a little manual, the speaker itself, which we will take a look at later on, and underneath that you'll find the charging cable, as well as what I believe is a quality control piece of paper. So taking a look at the user manual, in fact you get a picture of the speaker itself on the top, and if you open it up you'll find a lot of information here, which is really good to see. And as you can see, you also have Chinese in here apart from the English language. So if you get lost or something is not working on the speaker itself, I would suggest that you consult the user manual. And you also get a 2-year extra warranty card, but if something does happen to the speaker, I don't know if they will actually come through and try to help you, because basically this card here is to give you peace of mind. Although if something does really happen, I don't know if they will actually help you or not. And now taking a look at the charging cable, unfortunately it does charge via micro USB, which is to be expected really, since most speakers are still coming out with micro USB charging, unfortunately. But if it were to be USB Type-C, it would have been better, although this is really not a deal breaker. And now finally taking a look at the speaker itself, on the top here you can see that you have a little plastic protector, so taking that off, you can see that you have the small LCD screen here, as well as the Hott logo on the top. And you also have a few buttons here, so you have the power button on the top, you have the answer or reject call button, you also get the skip track or increase volume button, a pause and play button, a minus volume or skip to the previous track button, and you also get an FM button here, or for it to read through the micro SD card. Now taking a look here at the sides, you can see that you will find the micro SD card slot here on the right side. So opening this up, since it is waterproof, it is quite recessed in there and basically has a flap covering the card slot itself. And in fact, once you remove the flap, you can see that you have a slot there big enough for a micro SD card, so we will be testing this out later on in the video. And then you also get the charging port here on the top, so basically all you need to do is open up the flap once again, since it is waterproof, with the flap on, and connect the micro USB cable inside of that, and obviously the other end inside of a USB port, and it will start charging up with no problem. And now basically talking a bit about how this feels. It's all made out of plastic, although the top part here does have a kind of soft feel to it, so it is built pretty well, although as I said before, it is still made fully out of plastic. And on the bottom you'll find a big suction cup here, which basically allows you to mount it to your wall or even to a desk here, for example. So this is a really nice addition to have for a shower speaker, so you can easily put it next to you while showering, and therefore you can easily skip tracks or answer your call or whatever you want to do from the speaker itself. So first I will show how to pair this up to your phone. So all you need to do to pair this up to your phone is hold down the power button until it does that dual beep sound, then go into pair new device. And as you can see, it will come up on your phone, and all you need to do is press on the speaker itself, press on pair, and it will pair up instantly without any problems. Now going into the settings here, in fact, there is no AAC audio or aptX audio, and this is to be expected since this is quite a generic model for a shower speaker, but basically all this has is Bluetooth version 5.0 and nothing else that is really that fancy. So basically all you have to do is connect it up to your phone and it will start working immediately. So in fact here, going a bit through the controls, if you press on the minus button it will go down, and if you press once on the plus button it will increase the volume. So this is really not that difficult, and basically you get the LCD screen here in the middle, which is really nice to have, and it easily tells you how much volume you have and which buttons you are pressing. In fact, if you press on the FM/M button, it will basically go through all the different modes. So right now it is in Bluetooth mode, as you can see, and you also get an LED light here on the top which tells you if it's connected or not. If you press it once more, it will go into FM mode, and to go through the different frequencies, all you need to do is hold down the plus and minus buttons here, and as you can see, it will go through all of the different frequencies until it actually finds a radio channel that you can listen to. So in this case I am inside, so it will be very difficult for it to connect to a radio station here, and since this doesn't have an antenna it will be even more difficult, so we will also try this outside. And then if you press the mode button once more, it will go and try and search for the TF card. So to adjust the time, as I did right here, all you need to do is hold down the play and pause button, choose between either 24 hours or 12-hour format. Now in this case I will leave it at 24. Press on the play pause button once more, and here you will get to the screen where you can adjust the time. So basically if you press the minus button here it will go down, and if you press the plus button it will go up, and pressing the play pause button once more will take you to the minute hand. So again, pressing the minus button will go down and the plus button will go up. And once you are done, all you need to do is press on the play pause button once more, and like that you have the time set. So if you turn it off and turn it back on, for example, you can see that it will keep the time, and it should basically follow the time even when it's off for a very long time. So now let's get into a sound test. So basically for this I will be using YouTube, and for the first sound test it will be connected up to my phone. Okay, so now we will test out the FM radio setting. So unfortunately, as you just saw, the FM radio doesn't really work inside. And now moving on to the micro SD card test, we will basically open up the flap and put in the micro SD card. And since it is quite recessed, I will have to use my SD card adapter here to push it in even further. And there you can see that it already started playing the songs on the SD card. So now here, talking about the suction quality, as you can see it will not actually stick to every wall surface. So in this case, this wall right here will not actually make it stick to it. So as you can see, it does not stick whatsoever. So you need to make sure that your wall is quite smooth, and in fact this wall here is not completely smooth, so that is why it's not connecting up. So in fact you would need a wall such as this one, which is completely smooth, and as you can see it will connect up with no problems. So there it is connected up, and in fact if I try to remove it, it's basically pretty hard, and all you need to do to remove is try and lift up the suction cup and make some air go inside of the cup itself so that it would no longer stick. And what I can also do in this case is, since there are these lines over here, I can go over one of them, and since air can go through that, I can easily pick it up without any problems. So yes, once again, this will not really stick to every surface, so you need to make sure that your surface is quite smooth like this one and not like the other one that I showed before. So basically those are all the functions that the speaker has, and the feature set here is pretty good. All of the controls are also really good, so I have nothing to complain about there. Even the TF card support and also the apparent FM radio support, although it's really not that good, so it's basically just a gimmick, since to connect with radio frequencies you would probably need an antenna for it to really work well, but still you do get the functionality there if you really wish for it to be there. But unfortunately there is really nothing good to say about the sound quality. It's pretty bad for the price, and I guess this is to be expected since these shower speakers here are really not that good. Another thing that is really good, of course, is the waterproof functionality here, and it should have IPX4 water resistance, which again is really not that good, but for splashes or even water on it, it should be fine. But basically the worst thing about it, as I said, is the sound quality. So the highs are okay, the mids are also okay, but there's basically no low end at all, and even the mids and highs are really not that good compared to other speakers at the same price range. So what you do get, which is really nice, is also the LCD screen here, which I do quite like, and in fact it does work pretty well, and it displays the battery indicator also on the top here without any problems. But again, for the price I wouldn't really recommend this, because it's really not that good of a speaker, and you can probably find better ones out there. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. This was CoolFox, and I'm out. Peace!